Well, this ought to be fun. Oh boy. My name is Dread, and this is Miss Valley Entertainment News. We're going to cover a video by Rubicon called Starfield is Still Bad. And I haven't seen this, but I'm sure this is going to be interesting. I'm sure this is going to be semi-controversial. I think a lot of people on my channel who frequent here probably don't care for Starfield. Most people who care for Starfield probably are not wanting to be on my channel because I frequently mention that the game is not that great. Meh or mid is like the best thing I could say about it. All right, let's get into this here video. Oh boy. Oh boy.
It's been a while since we talked about Starfield on this channel,
Nice
so I
opening.
figured, we'd take a look
Nice.
and see what's new, see what Bethesda has cooking in the kitchen, see what fresh new content they're willing to serve all of the gamers who respect their game so much. So one of the main criticisms that Bethesda titles face is that they like to drip feed their bug fixes and hot fixes and all of their updates over a very long period of time, because in the meantime, they're expecting the modding community to come in and fix everything for them until they have their official patch. A big problem with that is that it actually messes with the mods that mod developers will end up creating for the game. So people usually don't even want Bethesda to officially fix the game, but that always tends to be a huge complaint whenever Bethesda releases a game. It's nothing that's specific to Starfield, but with the recent patch that came out, I am aware that a lot of the mods that were developed for the game are no longer available for use.
By the way, that whole thing about people not wanting Bethesda to fix the game and just wanting modders to fix it is insane. It's insane. When you think about it, hey, you made a buggy piece of shit product, and but don't worry about fixing it. No. We're going to let free unpaid workers fix it. Please don't try to fix it yourself. I understand because they create more problems because they don't know what the hell they're doing, that you don't want Bethesda to fix their own game. But maybe just bear with me on this one. Maybe if a gaming studio puts out buggy piece of shit games, you shouldn't buy it. I'm just going to put that out there. You probably shouldn't buy it. If you want a game that's made good by modders, ask the modders to make you a free game. Just ask them to go make us a free game, modders. Doesn't belong to anybody. It's just free. Everybody can have it. But once you get the modders into modding somebody else's property, and fixing that property, if it's a piece of crap to begin with, why bother? Why bother? Why bother? Let the people who bought the game suffer with it. Maybe then they'll learn not to buy things from Bethesda. Just don't mod it at all. Walk away from it, modders. Walk the hell away, please. All right, back to this.
Which really does suck, and those guys are going to have to pin down and create more mods if they want to. I mean, I don't really see why you'd want to focus on making mods for Starfield, considering that a lot of the players have left. It's really not looking good right now for Starfield. So for a little spoiler, I didn't think I was ever going to make another video of Starfield, but I mean, I've already kind of launched my holy war on the game so far on this channel, so I figured it's best to see it to the end. You know what I mean? So Bethesda recently released a huge patch that fixed a lot of things in the game. So the big problem with these patches is they seem to not really focus on the things that everybody is complaining about the most.
No,
They chose to stick to graphical improvements and small quality of life improvements for the game with this patch. So I'm going to read you the patch notes just so you kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about here. So for animation, they fixed player characters' eyes remaining closed instead of blinking in third-person view, addressed rare cases where small animation pops could be seen in third person, fixed incorrectly invisible creatures on some planets, fixed an issue that...
Okay, this sounds like a game that's in alpha state. This sounds like a game that's in alpha testing. Alpha testing. after 8 years of work, and the game's been out for 5 months, it still sounds like a game that's in alpha state. Again, I'm going to stand by, it's a minimum a year before the game ever should have come out, and probably 2 years. And knowing Bethesda, probably 5, because they're slow as shit, because they're not very bright or talented, apparently. Yeah, I throw that out there. Go ahead, dispute it. I dare you.
That could occur on some enemies, causing them to stand instead of falling to the ground. Fixed crew members and companions positioning near the cockpit after fast traveling to the ship. Companions fixed a possible control lock when talking to a companion without entering a dialogue while simultaneously trying to exit the ship. Yeah, the community is still waiting on that rover. We're still waiting on maps of cities, which is so strange that it wasn't in there to begin with, because that's on almost an industry standard for every single RPG ever. You have a map that shows you where you are. If we don't have any of that, it's just so...
I'm sure it's going to be in the paid DLC next year. Yeah, the one you got to buy.
Crazy to me. And another thing that's so surprising to me is that the community was acting like this update, this patch was like the second coming of Christ. Like, the game is fixed now. It's so much better, you guys, trust me. And I did go back into Starfield and I did play it a little bit more. The main thing that I can notice as somebody who played it right after release and played it a little bit more in November is that the lighting is very much better. They did improve the lighting so much, and it looks like a totally different game from the lighting perspective. Cool. But other than that, it's such a wet noodle of an update, and it was so strange to me to see the whole community for Starfield praise this update as if it's like changing the entire game or something. I had no idea what they were talking about, and I originally saw the patch.
Yeah, it's a bunch of fanboys giving Todd Howard a reach around is what it is. It's beyond sad. It's actually a sickness at this point. The people still defend this game. It's a sickness.
And I was like, okay, well, that doesn't look too special. But the whole community was like, dude, you got to try it. It's so much better. It improves so much stuff. They were saying, like, the hype is back. Starfield is back. I just can't see it that way.
So
my point in bringing that up is just that's how bad the game is. It's so bad that such a minor bug fix that's hailed as the biggest update Starfield has ever had is such a wet noodle. Like, it's regular routine improvements, in my opinion. I mean, you see all the time that games that just come out, they immediately start adding a lot of stuff like content, actual content to the game. It's not just bug fixes and improvements. And I don't understand why everybody is like so excited about this new Starfield update whenever it's like barely anything.
Because they're hoping 10 years from now the game is going to look amazing. It's going to be like Cyberpunk 2077 is now. And they're going to be like, see, we were right the whole time. The rest of you are losers. That's what they're hoping for. So they will grasp at any straw and hail it as a piece of gold. Meanwhile, if they just smell it, it still smells like camel turd. It's the straw the camels were shitting in, people. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Bethesda studios were full of camels, because clearly it's not full of game designers. Nope.
It's literally bug fixes. Why is everybody so excited about bug fixes? I've never seen such hype over bug fixes in a game. And I get that Bethesda is a notoriously buggy company, and they usually leave their bugs in the game. So it's like, okay, well, at least they're fixing the bugs.
It's not good,
but
though.
It's so strange to me to see everybody so hyped up over bug fixes in a bug fixing patch. Just goes to show you that Bethesda fans are just going to be excited for anything at this point. This is a little side note before we get into our next part. I know a lot of people are going to hear me complaining about Bethesda fanboys while I have a Vault Tech freaking bobblehead on my desk. I just want to say that my desk was looking a little bit bare, and it still is, really. But I went to my mom's house over like the past couple weeks, and I went and found that little sucker in the attic. It's from Fallout 4. It's back in the day. Yep. Ooh, yeah. Anyway, I like him. He's pretty cool. So I recently saw an article about Starfield that I couldn't even believe that it was real. I thought it was one of those, Nintendo sues kid for having Mario at his birthday party type of things. But it's real, baby. And it's really Terrible.
Uh-oh.
Bethesda to introduce paid bugs to Starfield as legacy quirks.
What?
Yep. Seems
What?
about par for the course. Oh, dude.
What?
That's so bad. That's so bad. What are you doing, Bethesda? What is happening? What? Who in your... Oh, Jesus Christ. Who on the team said that this would be a good idea? Let's monetize the #1 complaint about all of our games. Oh, wait, this is fake.
I was going to say it had to have been.
The reason I had such a reaction to it is because this genuinely sounds like
Jeez.
some shit that would that Bethesda would do, bro.
No.
It's so...
They're going to monetize their bug fixes eventually. They're going to put out a game with like 10,000 bugs, and then you're going to have to like download mods that you have to pay for, or DLC you have to pay for that have the bug fixes in them. That's where they're leading you. It is going that route. Guarantee it. Bank it. Write it on the back of your forehead. The back of your forehead? I don't know. Write it on the front of your back head. It's coming. It's definitely coming, because they're seeing how incredibly gullible and stupid the gaming community is. And as much as I implore the gaming community not to be gullible and stupid, Starfield fans prove that the gaming community is gullible and stupid. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So funny. That's a good article. That's a good fake article. It made me believe it. Yeah, but anyway, back to what I was saying before. I really don't see them improving their situation if all they focus on in their patches are just like graphical changes and slight tweaks like that. It's way past due for you guys to start rolling out some major updates and some actually major changes here. But
hey, it's way past due for them to put out a game without all the fucking bugs. Hey, it's way past due for them to put out a game that actually interests people. It's way past due for them to put out a game that's actually interesting. Hey, we could come up with like 400 more of these things that they should do that a normal company should be doing, but they're not normal. They're greedy fucking whores. Get it straight, people. Stay the fuck away from them. Oh, God. People are so fucking stupid with this game and this company. Stay the fuck away from them. It's like a girlfriend that cheated on you 1 billion times and you keep fucking going out with her. Stop it. Stop it. I can't scream it loud enough because apparently everybody's fucking deaf. It pisses me off. Stop being so stupid, gamers. God damn it. You ruin everything for everybody by your stupidity. Starfield fans, Diablo fans, Suicide Squad fans. Fuck. People, smarten the fuck up.
I mean, time for this, prattling around with graphical changes is long over. Because sooner rather than later, if you don't address the major problems of, all the complaints that people have had with the game, who are you going to be developing this game for? You're not going to be really developing it for anybody if player numbers continue to dip. I mean, after they marketed this update as super huge, it still didn't revive a huge number of players. Like,
if they cared about how much it sold, then they would care about the fact that it's on Game Pass. They don't care about sales numbers. Look who owns Bethesda now. They don't care. Look how much money they got. They don't care about sales numbers. They don't care about the public. They've proven that in the way they respond to the public. They don't care about any of these things. They have a duty to Xbox now to pump out shitty games, probably on a much faster basis, put out shitty patches for them, and to do that for the rest of their shitty lives. And by doing that, they make bank. That's all they care about. That's all you're getting from Bethesda.
Like it was supposed to. So basically what we're looking at right now is essentially a dead game, or at least a game that's on complete life support. I mean, in my opinion, I don't even see the DLCs reeling back in as many players as they need to, since they just announced that they're going to be developing a bunch of DLCs for the game.
Bunch
but
now? Oh,
frankly,
yeah.
in my opinion, I really don't see the DLCs drawing in as many players as, Nuka World did, or Far Harbor, or, all the Skyrim DLCs. I mean, I don't see that realistically. I don't see a lot of people flocking back to Starfield to experience the DLCs unless they come along
Oh,
with
well, because
a
they're stupid.
ton of content added back into the regular game. And on top of that, Bethesda marketing patching and, updates and bug fixes as like the biggest updates that you've ever put into the game. And you draw a lot of players in, and then they look at it and they realize, oh, so it's hot fixes, it's patch fixes. Cool. Awesome. Great. That's not going to, instill a lot of confidence in you that you actually do care about what everyone is saying about the game and has been saying since about a month after release. Yeah, so anyway, I know I've made a lot of Starfield content in the past, and honestly, if you guys let me know in the comments that you want more Starfield content from me, I mean, I'm going to follow this train all the way to the end, you know what I mean? And I also do want to start making some videos that discuss, recent stuff with Baldur's Gate 3. So if you guys would like to see that too, also let me know in the comments. Anyway, you guys...
So that's Rubicon's video on Starfield is still bad. Of course, Starfield is still bad. Nothing has actually changed. Some minor little tweaks and minor little bug fixes don't fix the core issues with the game. And, the number one core issue with Starfield is that Bethesda put it out. So if you think you're getting a good game, you smoke a crack. At this point, if you think you're getting a good game out of Bethesda, you are smoking crack 24/7. You ain't getting one. And I apologize if I get a little upset and a little passionate about this conversation. It is what it is, though. I mean, I'm being truthful here. I am pissed off at people who are ruining the gaming community for everybody else by supporting these dog shit companies. Stop doing it. I swear it's got to be all 10-year-olds doing this. It's got to be all 10-year-olds because they're the only ones who would be stupid enough to buy this shit. Right? I'd like to think so. I don't know. I got nothing else to say. Apparently nothing I say on this subject actually makes a difference. I don't reach 10 million people. And even then, I don't know if it would make a difference because the fanboys would just tune me out anyways. Because again, they're cacked in the head. They're not right. They're clearly not right. And I'm not just talking about Bethesda fanboys or even Starfield fanboys. I'm also laying it out for those of you who, who still support Diablo 4. Are you stupid? Was Diablo 3 not bad enough for you? Was Diablo 2 not bad enough for you? Are you stupid? What is this fear of missing out that everybody has? What is the FOMO that everybody has? That once you bought a game, you've got to do everything in the game that they put out, no matter how incredibly shitty time wasting it is. Stop it. Just stop it. And there's many other companies out there, many other games out there that I believe people should not be touching, but they're too stupid to put them down. It's like living in a house made out of paper and playing with a blowtorch. You're a fucking idiot. That's what you are. And unfortunately, everybody else lives in the same house. It's an apartment building made out of paper. And when you burn down your apartment, it's going to cost everybody. Stop being so stupid. For Miss Valley Entertainment News, my name is Dread. God damn it, why can't people stop being stupid?